Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're looking at doing the pickup height of a guitar. Now, this is possibly one of the most subjective things about setting up a guitar, and also sort of maybe not something you have to do it's not going to be something you do very often. However, sometimes when you're playing guitar you might notice a buzz, and it can be due to your pickups being too high. So, um, the most safe way to ensure this doesn't happen is if you play the highest fret of your guitar, and you will hear a buzzing if there is. So for example, if I just raise this for the sake of this video, uh, raise it a bit higher. Basically, when you pluck the string, the string is going to vibrate against the pickup, and it's going to lead to some poor tones. See there, it's completely dead when I do that, as opposed to when I lower it. So that is something you obviously don't want to happen. And then it rings a bit more true there. With the lower strings, it's likely to happen a bit more because it's likely to happen a bit more because they're thicker strings. But anyway, so as you probably know, the the bridge pickup is usually higher than the middle neck pickup. So as long as they're not vibrating, that's good enough. And also another thing to note is if you have them too high, I can't really show this in this video because I need to plug it in, and I don't want to do that. But sometimes when you play a string and the pickups are too high, particularly if you tune down low and there's not a lot of tension on the strings, sometimes when you plug the guitar in, or even when it's not plugged in, if you listen really closely, what you hear is a wavering, a fluctuation in the pitch of the string. So you play it, and it will go a bit higher, a bit lower, a bit higher, sort of as if you have kind of vibrato on. And that is due to the fact that the magnets in the magnets in the pickup are actually pulling the string, pulling the string as you vibrate it. As you pluck it, and it vibrates, it oscillates up and down. The magnet of the pickup will catch it and cause it to sort of bend it out of tune, and that can be seen as a bad thing. Also, similarly, as you plug it in, you might see that they're very low output, and a simple solution to that, if you want more bass and a louder thing, you bring them up, and there isn't, as long as they're loud enough and they're not causing any sort of dead vibrate, then they're not causing any buzz of the strings, then you know that they're fine. And finally, as well, something that's overlooked, but I've seen lots of videos on is to actually adjust to get a better tone. How much of that you can replicate with your amp? You might not actually need to do this. Is to adjust the individual pole pieces. So if you can't, if one of your strings is just not fitting in, you have the correct tone on your amp, you don't want to change it, but one of those strings aren't as prominent, you can raise the individual pole pieces, and that's often why you see staggered pole pieces as well, because the magnets were a lot weaker back then. Particularly on single coils, the magnets were a lot weaker, and so some strings would vibrate differently and react differently. So that's that. There's not really a lot. There are recommendations maybe on how high or low you can, but I'm not going to really tell you that because it doesn't really matter in my opinion. Everything that you can get from adjusting these is you can get from adjusting your amp. So as long as it's not vibrating and it's not causing the pitch change, I wouldn't really worry. And as long as they're a high output and everything like that. And obviously when you're switching between pickups, you can change it maybe in the middle pickup to make the neck pickup more prominent than the bridge. It's just you raise that up and actually have that higher. So that's just an idea. But anyway, that's the end of this video. There's not much more to say. There's not really much to say in general about pickup height. But I hope you have enjoyed. If you've watched, please like and subscribe. And see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.